everybody, welcome to my channel, Humble Hus. I am very happy that you're going to give this project a try. This is such a pretty scarf. Just as a reference, my daughter is 13 months old, but she wears a size 24 months. Just to give you an idea of the sizing. Obviously, like with any scarf, do not leave your child unattended with it. Let me show you what you'll need. These are some of the things that I always like to keep on hand, which are scissors, a yarn needle, crochet hook, and some stitch markers. You will also need a ruler or a measuring tape, and of course yarn. Now I have 3 different colors of yarn, and actually these 2 are the same brand. This one isn't, but I got it such a long time ago that I do not have the little paper for it. And the other 2, these are the Wool-like Simile Lane by Loops and Threads, and they are a super fine one. The recommended hook size is 3.5 millimeters, and these are 85% acrylic and 15% nylon. I don't know about this one, but it's a little bit thicker. I will be using a 3.75 millimeter hook, so anything between a 3.5, 3.25, 3.75, everything will work. Let's start by making a slip knot. Form a loop, insert your hook through the middle, go underneath, and then grab this loose end, pull it into the circle. While you're holding it, carefully get a hold of both ends and pull in opposite directions. Then pull on one side to adjust it to your hook, like that. We need to chain in multiples of 6, so just decide how wide you want your scarf to be. I will chain 30. To make a chain, you yarn over and then you pull that through your loop. That was one chain. Again, you yarn over and you pull it through your loop. You just simply count, like I said, in multiples of 6. Once you have the number that you want, you need to add one more chain, so that makes 31 for me, and then 2 more chains, which are going to count as a double crochet, only at the base chain. Okay, from your hook, on our way back, we will skip 2 chains. There's that first one, and 2, and then into the third one. So these 2 that we're skipping are counting as a double crochet, as I mentioned, as one double crochet. Now yarn over, insert into that third chain, insert your hook, then yarn over again, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now again, into that same stitch, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through those last 2 loops. Now skip the next 2 chains, 1, 2, and then into that third one, do a single crochet. So simply insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Next you will skip 2 chains again, 1, 2, into that third one, you will do 5 double crochets. So again, yarn over, insert your hook, and do those double crochets. Don't forget to yarn over for the double crochets. These are all into the same stitch. Once again, skip 2 chains. It's going to be a little harder to see. So there's 1, there's that second one, and then into the third one, do a single crochet again. then skip 2 chains and do 5 double crochets. So you will repeat this pattern until you get to the end of your row, which is after this. Skip 2 and do a single crochet, and then skip 2 and do 5 double crochets again. I will meet you towards the end. So towards the end of the row, you should have 3 chains left after you did your last 5 double crochets, and then you skip 2, you did 1 single crochet. Now you skip 2 again and do 3 double crochets into that last chain. I will now switch up my colors. First you turn your work, and now you take the new yarn, make a little loop around your hook, pull it through, and pull on the old yarn. The new color will act as the old loop that you had there. Now you chain 1, do 1 single crochet into this same stitch. So it's right here, there's that little entrance, and you have 2 loops. So all of these top ones have 2 loops. Insert your hook in there, you can see that, and do a single crochet. You can just pull on these other ones to tighten it. Chain 2 now, 1 and 2. And over the next 5 stitches, we want to do 5 double crochets together. Let me show you how that works. So you start your double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, but you don't finish it. So you will only go through the first 2 loops. Then you start the next one and go into the next stitch. You yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. So like that. You also don't finish it. Now into this stitch right here. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2. So this is basically that single crochet that we did from the previous row. Now again, yarn over into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So you have 5 loops on your hook. And last one, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now when you have 6 loops on your hook, that's when you know that you're done. And you yarn over and pull that loop through all 6 loops. Like that. Now you want to chain 2 again. 1 and 2 into this next stitch. It's the middle stitch from those 5 double crochets that we did at the bottom. You will do the single crochet stitch. Now you want to chain 2 again, and we will repeat the 5 double crochets together over the next 5 stitches. So you see how it kind of goes down, and then you have that single crochet from before, and then you go up 2. So let me just show you one more time. Yarn over, insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2. Okay, don't finish this one off. Again, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2. Now one more time, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You have 4 loops, so you need 2 more. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, and one more time, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Okay, so now you have 6 loops on your hook. Now you yarn over and pull that loop through all 6 loops. Okay, chain 2 again. And into the next stitch you will do a single crochet. Now you repeat, chain 2 and do the 5 double crochets together over the next 5 stitches, and so on until you reach the end of the row. Don't forget to always chain those 2 between the stitches. Towards the end of this row, you will finish off with a single crochet. So you chain 2 after those last 5 double crochets together, and the single crochet you will do it at the top of the chain that we made. Okay, that stitch right there, I hope you can see it. So those were the chains that we had made before we turned. That's where you do that last single crochet. Now we turn our work again, always in the same direction, and I will switch colors to the 3rd color. So once again, you do a little loop, pull it through the existing loop, and then tighten that so that this is the new loop now, the new color. And we will chain 3 this time. 1, 2, and 3. This will count as your double crochet. Now we will do 2 double crochets into that first stitch. Now we skip the 2 stitches and do a single crochet into that 3rd stitch. Again, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then into this 3rd one we will do our 5 double crochets. Repeat that pattern. Okay, after you did again those 5 double crochets, then skip 2, 1 single crochet, skip 2, and into this last one you will do 3 double crochets. Turn your work. This is where we will now grab the blue color, so the very first color that you started with, and pull it up here. So I put this one to the side, the one I'm using, and then the blue color, put it in front of that loop, and then I make a loop with that blue color to replace the white color. Now we chain 1. We're basically now repeating rows 2 and 3 all the time. But I wanted to show you how to get that color up. And you do 1 single crochet into that first stitch. Now you chain 2, and then over the next 5 stitches, remember you do the 5 double crochets together. When you reach the end of this row, so this is row number 4, when you turn your work, you will pull up the 2nd color, okay, and go back doing row number 5 with the 2nd color that we used, And then once you're over here, then you turn your work, and again you use the white color. So you'll be alternating your colors, and like I said, so row number 4 is basically row number 2, the same as row number 2, and row number 5 is the same as row number 3. You're going to keep alternating those until you reach the length that you desire. As a reference, this has a width of about 5 inches, which is about 13.5 centimeters. I am done with this part of the scarf. So my scarf measures right now 28 inches. Like I said, you can do it shorter or longer depending on who you're making it for. Now I made sure that I ended on this side with the same color as with the color that I started. And this is going to be the color that we are going to do the borders with. And I also made sure that I ended on the straight line and not on the line where you have the little shells. Okay, before you continue, you can now cut off the other 2 yarns. So not the one that you're currently working, like that you last worked on, but the other 2, you can cut them off and just leave a little bit of string so that you can thread those in. All we're going to do now is go around with single crochets for the first round. So after I finished on this side and I did that last single crochet, I'm going to chain 1. Now I need to go into as many spaces as I can here on the side, and obviously you want to work all of these threads in, all the ones that you were working with here on the side and the one that you just cut off. So now I'm taking in all those loose ends. And now there is not a specific number of stitches that you need to make. Just go into as many stitches as you can. With this pattern of a scarf, you won't really see it. Like if you have one more on one side than you do on the other side, don't break your head over it. That's crochet for you. It's supposed to be fun. Continue doing this until you reach the other side. Now that I've arrived at the top, so you just do single crochets into those. Well, this one there was 2, and in that second one you will do another single crochet, and that is to round off the corner. Now that I am done with the first round of single crochets, I did the 2 stitches in one to round off that corner, and now to go around one more time, I'm going to start with 2 single crochets into the next 2 stitches, like that, and then we will do a shell. So you do 5 double crochets into the same stitch. Now I will skip the next 2 stitches and then do a single crochet, skip the next 2 stitches, and then start with a shell again of 5 double crochets. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. So keep repeating that pattern all around with the shell stitch and then skipping 2, single crochet, skipping 2, shell stitch until you're done with the scarf. I wanted to mention that in the corners you don't need to do anything special. You just, keep counting your pattern. Now I've gone around once with the pattern of the shell stitch for the border, and I wanted to show you that now that I'm here at the end, so I finished this last shell stitch. Now I would skip 2 and then I will not have 2 stitches between the next shell stitch, and that is okay. That is all I wanted to let you know. That's fine. And also we will finish it off as a slip stitch, like so. So I didn't do a single crochet into that. I just did a slip stitch. Now we will cut off the yarn, and I like to yarn over and pull through that loop. Then I tighten that, and I simply thread this into the scarf. And you're all done. That's how fast it was. Or, well, maybe it wasn't so fast, but isn't it so pretty and feminine? I love how it looks. Thank you for joining me today. I would love to see your work. Tag me on Instagram at humblehus and follow me. That way you can get inspiration for other projects. I usually try to post once a week. Sometimes I'm working on larger projects, but usually I like to do things that I know everybody can follow along. Now your child is ready for a windy day with a very cute scarf. Until next time, this is Humble Hus. Thank you. Bye.